Hello and welcome to the first video on this channel that I've created. This is a couple of interviews that I did at the St Kilda Film Festival. I was lucky enough to talk to the director and the producer of Creating a Monster, a documentary about reality TV shows. The audio is a little bit bad, so I put some closed captions over the top of it, but I hope you enjoy.
My name is Gena, Lida Riess, and my film is Creating a Monster.
And how did the concept of creating a monster come about? What made you think of that idea?
So, truth be told, I am a very big reality television fan. I have an obsession with it, and I feel like I constantly reflect on the fact that I'm a bad person because I like this kind of so-called trashy genre. But then, so I think it started from that, and I kind of thought, I want to explore why I have this interest in the genre. And I think, ultimately I thought it was people watching and looking into different emotional responses. But I think that there's something to the genre that is deeper than it gives itself credit for. I think that people assume that because reality television is this kind of trashy genre that the people that make it are dumb and they're just kind of throwing stuff together and they just want to make drama on screen. But I do think that there's a process behind it, and there is, reality television has a whole bunch of different formats. There's so many different types, and I think that there's something interesting to be said about the audience that watches it. Why do we want to watch these real people on screen fail or succeed? I think that there's something more psychological behind it than just watching trashy television. Because I am a fan and I'm not a hater of the genre, I think that there are some shows that do it better than others. I think that there are some shows that that maybe push the boundaries, or even
they're better at making it seem reality?
Yeah, they're better. And exactly. There's more thought behind it. It's not just let's just get a whole bunch of people that are, that are going to fight with each other in a room and see what happens. I think that there's got to be some more thought behind it. And ultimately, I think that human psychology kind of drives it, and we as viewers want to watch people that we can relate with. So I think that as well, producers that know that will use that to their advantage. I started off kind of thinking that the people that apply for reality television and that people that go on reality television are they get what they asked for to some extent. They, they're putting themselves on the line. They're putting themselves to be a character in a story. They're getting something out of it as well. They're getting publicity. They're getting fame. But as I was going on and speaking to the people, I definitely changed my mind, and I definitely think that it is more complex. I don't think that there's an easy answer of they do deserve it, they don't deserve it. I think it's a bit mixed, and I think that some people can get really taken advantage of.
Well, great. I love the documentary. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Good luck.
So hi, I'm CJ Welsh. I produced Creating a Monster, filmed by Gena, Lida Riess, about the reality TV industry. So to that question, do I think that it's the same qualities that a good producer needs to do a narrative / a reality style show? Yes, 100%. A good producer needs to understand where story comes from and why people buy into a story. It's similar in that when you're creating a narrative story, you have a very clear path of this is what we're trying to say, here's how we're going to do it. Reality TV still has something they're trying to say, but they pull that story out of what they end up with. Documentary is very similar. When you shoot a documentary, and we tried to do this with Gena's film, it's a little bit meta because you're shooting a lot of stuff and hoping that what you're getting is telling the story that you wanted to. Yeah. And if it isn't, you kind of have to fake it a little bit. And you go in the edit and you figure out in the edit, how can I use what I have now to make the story that I was setting out to make? There are very few documentaries that are completely and universally absolutely unbiased. Because in order for it to be created, someone has to think there's a story in that subject matter somewhere. And this is true of why we put that in the film. You'll notice there were shots of us actually shooting it. Yeah. And that was us taking a step back and going, yes, we're exposing to you the manufactured nature of reality TV, but you need to be aware that we manufactured this for you to see that.
Do you think people are aware of that?
I think at a minimum, on a subconscious level, people see it and go, "Oh, that's right. There are 15 to 20 people standing in that room. It's not this one person talking to me. This is a team of people who have come together to tell a story, and I'm watching that story."
Thank you very much for watching. There's going to be a lot of new content coming out on this channel, including some music video producers and some more like mini documentary type stuff, but this is really only the start. If you're interested, I'm actually going to transcribe these interviews and turn it into an article, so I'll post the link to that in the description if you want to read that. But thank you very much.